We're going to continue with our updos. We're going to do the same partings. So there we go. So we've got our top, temple to temple, going around to the back. We're going to go right into the front area there. I'm going to go to the back. We're going to start at the back first. We're going to do our updo portion. So this is where we're practicing our French roll. You've done this before. We're going to go in and we're going to cushion the hair lightly at the base. We want to create a roll. So we're going to go in like this. And I don't want to cushion on the outside of the hairline, so I want to grab this side here, and I'm going to cushion on the inside. I'm going to grab the same on the other side. I'm going to cushion on the inside of the hair, so everything's coming back. I've got my cushioning in. I want to smooth the hair out, so this is practicing that vertical roll. We tried it on really long hair. This is shorter, so it should work easier for you. You're going to smooth that over. We're going to go past the center of the head, so we want to scoot over just past the center. All of that hair is nice and smooth going over to that direction, so I'm going past the middle of the head. This is all nice and smooth, and I'm going to interlock my pins, but I need to turn it towards me. While I do that, I'm going to start at the bottom. Again, I don't want to go up the center. I'm going to go slightly over because I want the roll to be down the center. I'm going to start at the bottom. I'm just going to put my pins in, and then I'll turn it around so you can see. I'm going to go in here, tilt down, and crisscross. So put one in, going up, and I want to make sure they connect all the time. If they don't connect, they're not going to hold the hair in. So again, in, up. I see my pins going upwards. I'm going to take my next one. I'm going to go sort of zigzag or creating X's. I want to connect with that one, creating a chain, and I'm going to push my pin up. I'm going to connect with that one. I'm going to go here, push that pin up. Now work my way up, crisscrossing my pins all the way to the top. And again, I want to make sure that I'm connecting with every bobby pin. If it doesn't connect, the hair is going to fall on me. So I want to make sure I'm connecting and working my way right to the top of the head. So one more, just to make sure we're all the way up. So now I've created smooth over past the center, and I've got my pins, so it's locked in really tight, creating that chain all the way up. I'm now going to take this side, I'm going to smooth this towards me, and I want to get it tight at the bottom. So again, I don't want to take out all the cushioning, but I do want to have an outside area which is really nice and smooth. So I'm going to smooth this out, and I'm going to be twisting it upwards. So I'm going to smooth all the hair out first on the outside. Again, if I was using hairspray, I put a little hairspray and body heat to hold the little fine pieces in. I'm going to smooth all of that out. You can either take, I have a nice long comb, so I can take my comb and I can tuck it around, or if not, you're just taking your hand, so you've got this nice and smooth. You're going to take your finger, turn it around your finger, so my finger becomes my tail comb, and I just turn it like this, and I want to wrap it nice and tight up there. So I've got it right over the center. When I have it over the center, I'm going to again turn her to me so I can pin it, but I want to start right at the bottom, and I'm going to go in, and I'm going to try and hook that roll. I don't want to go horizontally in. I want to go vertical up and down, hook the base, slide a pin in, and try and hit the pins that are underneath. So hook it in, slide it in. I'm just going to get it to hold, and then I'm going to go back and adjust. So again, hooking it in and rolling it up, trying to get it in like that so that it stays. And you should not see any of your pins. So hook in and up, and then you're going to go back and adjust if you see something. So again, I've got a pin coming out of the bottom. This isn't tight enough. I'm going to push this over. So I'm going to take that pin out. I want to push this over tighter. Again, I'm going to take my pin, hook in to the base and slide it upwards. Hook into the base, slide it upwards. If you want bobby pins to disappear, you're not going to take it and put it in open like this, or it's always going to show up. You need to go with the hair. So I just pulled some hair out there, but with the hair, so almost like you're combing it, you can push it in then and then slide it upwards and it will disappear. So again, I'm just going to go in. I want to get this really nice and tight at the bottom, so I'm going to just slide that up. I'm going to see if my roll is straight down the center. I would go in and say, smooth this out in here. Smooth that out in there because that's what they're going to see, and make sure I don't show any pins on my vertical roll. So there's my roll. Now I've got some leftover hair here, and I still have the sections in the front. So all I want to do with this is I just want to get rid of it. I'm going to wrap it up. I can even tuck it inside to get rid of it. And I'm just going to take a pin and I'm going to pin it down just to tuck it in out of the way for now, because I'm going to cover it with the top. So I'm going to take my sections on top. You can decide how you want to. You can be creative on top, so you can either cushion it like we did the first time, and you can spread it around and wrap it up. So again, if I was doing that, I could take this and I could smooth this side out. I can take and do a knot, pull it through my finger, and I can tuck my knot in. And I just want to pin that knot inside my bun. So right there to get it to stay. If I want to get rid of the extra hair, I'm going to tuck that inside. So I'm just going to put a pin on the extra hair, push it right in and down. I'm going to take the other side. I'm going to do the same thing. So again, I'm going to brush this back, covering the parts on the side so it doesn't show. I'm going to go in and tie a knot to shorten it up. Also to give me something to anchor to. I'm going to twist that in. I'm going to tuck that in the hole. And I'm going to pin that. So I'm going to take a pin, work my way down. I've got some leftover hair. Again, I can just tuck it inside, or I can pin it inside. Okay, we're just tucking and hiding and making sure all those little hairs disappear. So you've really got both of your sides pulled back. On the top, we could do exactly what we did in our ponytail. So we took our hair over to the side and then we wrapped it around. So now you just have to say, how am I wrapping it around here? And I'm going to smooth that off in here. So I would go in and I would put my cushioning in first. You just want to kind of see what it's going to look like. I'm going to pick this up, put a little cushioning in just to give it some control on the top and lock it in for it to stay so it doesn't slide on the client. I'm going to go in like that. I'm going to lift up this side, lift up this side. I'm going to go back to my brush. Smooth her out, smooth that front section out. Grab it in sort of a ponytail off to the side. So really nice and smooth. And take it around. And then I'm going to add it into what is already existing in here. So I'm going to take this, smooth it out, use my fingers, wrap it around, and finish it off. And this is where you can take a little bit of hair and be creative if you want to just have that kind of sitting down, or if you want to tuck it in. And I'm just going to place some pins to hold this in place. So I'm going to go in and pin and hold that in place. So I could leave it like that. I could take it, I could tuck that in if I want to get rid of it. I could pull it in tighter. Freedom to decide how you want to finish off the front. I want to see that you have a roll and that you're covering in the sides so that you've got a nice smooth look. So if you want to go to the side or if you want to pull it straight back, up to you. Should be nice, polished, and sleek looking. Okay, so there is your vertical French roll, nice and shiny, tight on the sides.